to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. Here's the offensive unit, and heads up. Look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in. Out on the perimeter or going inside.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And now out come the Jags. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
To throw on second down to Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this Jacksonville Jaguar defense, Charles, they have a lot riding on the youngster Jalen Ramsey.
As you well know, he was my #1 player coming out of the 2016 draft. I loved his versatility. The big question mark, is he enough of a ball hawk? Didn't have very many interceptions in college, but boy, he does everything else that you want. Runs, hits, wraps up on his tackles. He's going to start on the corner for the Jaguars.
Watkins alone on the left side. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And that's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Jacob Shum now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing is Stafford. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Stafford, and he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football. Save some yardage.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They come up in an offset eye, and they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack. He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Pardon the rims of the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And tough starting field position here. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Second down, 8. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. He's got time in the pocket. This is caught. Watkins. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll run him here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down.
Let's go! 38! Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills have taken the lead. And his kick is good. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Intentional grounding there. Charles, what did you think?
I thought it was on the borderline. I think the quarterback thought he was outside of the pocket, but he was not. The official nailed the call.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. They'll look to throw, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Bills will add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good game.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Ringo. Hey, watch out.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here, now the Bills will take another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Wide open receiver complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Double tight. 3 down.
They run the counter now on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought it down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And on the ground they go with a running back. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Time running out here on the play clock. Just beating the play clock. Stafford is going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down at Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come out here in the eye. Second and 10, Stafford again. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Caught out left side by Robinson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now a handoff looking right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Here we go. Flex round.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Come on, let's go.
The play-action fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And the back goes into motion. Here's Stafford now on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Coleman has it here right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there, taking it in. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. He got 29 yards that time. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And quickly they get to the line. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
In motion goes the tight end. Now a handoff as they run left side. And just a short gain. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Third down now following the completed pass. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation,
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Two receivers left, one to the right. Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Watkins alone on the left side. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.